Shenanigans of Suzuka, back with the Pro-Am 3 boys. We've got 13 runners in this one. I think it was only 12 in the last one. So maybe I was wrong. Yeah, we have. It's Spidey Team is the new one. Right, so just check my audio levels. Make sure everything is fine and dandy. And that everything can be heard. Hang on a second. Standby caller. Nope. Oh, it took so long to do. Let's try it again. I'll test it one more time. There we go. Everything's fine and good, as it should be. So, interesting race, last race. I don't know if there was any stewards' inquiries or anything or not. As unfortunate, I'm not up to date with anything that possibly may have occurred in the last race, but generally, apart from what happened at lap 1, it was a very clean race by the Pro-Am 3 boys. I have to congratulate you on that. It's tight, twisty track, not a lot of clean racing. Well done, chaps. It was really good. So I probably set myself up for a fall for Monza, I bet. That I've just praised you all for racing really clean, and now we're at Monza, where we have those chicanes. Yes, the chicanes of doom. Chicane 1 and 2 are just hideous. Again, it's one of those places, maybe I should just put cameras at turns 1 at 2, but so for chicanes 1 at 2. So anyway, in the reverse order, apart from Spidey Team, who wasn't in the last race, in his Dodge, I have to say I do like Dodge. I thought about driving a Dodge myself this year. I think they're gorgeous cars, along with the Corvettes. Drove a Corvette last season or season before and loved it. It was a really nice car. So anyway, and tyre wear. Now, that's going to be interesting because I in my race in the Subaru, I was on racing mediums and did a no stopper at Monza and got a podium in racing mediums because I think tyre wear at Monza is not particularly great, put it that way. And also, I'll be interested to see the drivers. Who was it? Stewie Mac was in a Audi at the last circuit. I think Audis would have been brilliant at this circuit, so we'll just have to see. Anyway, in first place is Spidey Team on the grid. Evil Cat in his Renault. Wasn't Evil Cat in the Renault last race? Check on that. I thought he was in a Renault in his last race. Maybe I was wrong. Put some comments down below. Was it Evil Cat in a Renault at Suzuka? I'm sure he wasn't. Maybe I've just got a McGann overload. Syke Evans in his Muzzy. Oh, great. Another great car. I do like the American cars. Here in third. Pit Dog in a Jag in fourth. DJ in a GTR here in fifth. Thank goodness he's got something better sounding than that wet fart, broken cylinder, broken exhaust Porsche. Sorry, mate. Porsche just sounds hideous. Nick Matt in another GTR here in sixth. Hang on, I didn't check the times. They're all on racing softs at the moment. Okay. In sixth, Quinn is here in seventh in a Jag, a racing super softs. Stewie Max in another Dodge in eighth. Great result for him last race. So that's a question for anyone watching. Would you have driven Dodge at Suzuka, or would you have driven the Audi at Suzuka? Because I think the Audi would. I think the Audi would have been a better one for this track. But there you go. Anyway, Stewie Mac in eighth. I digress. Mark in his McLaren in ninth. Grim, there you go, in his Audi. That's right. I think that's the car to watch out for. Grim in 10th place here in an Audi. Got the right driver in the right car. An Audi A quick driver in an Audi on this circuit, I think, is going to be quite tough to beat. Crazy in a Beamer. Another car that sounds horrible, if I'm honest. Tired Flea in a Scooby in 12th. And Pete Mister is in a Aston. Oh, of course, the Aston. My favourite. He's back here at last place. Oh, come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. You know I'm rooting for you. Anyone in an Aston gets my seal of approval, and I'll be rooting for you the whole race. But I'm just quickly checking. Are they all on racing Super Softs? Everyone is on racing Super Softs. Right, okay. So, without further ado, I'll just check. These options are all on. Yeah, they're all on. Without further ado, we shall crack on with this 13-man field. Oh, there's a full start there by Evil Cat, and he bins it off to the right, gets out of everyone's way. Good drive. Well, he stopped. You can keep going. You don't have to wait for the field. But anyway, so let's go up to turn 1. This could be hideous. We all know what turn 1 at Monza's going to be like. Oh, but in the meantime, oh, there we go. Mark's bundled. Oh, this is tiptoeing around. Everyone's really trying. Oh, well done, Pro-Am 3 boys. I'm going to watch that again because, well, first of all, Spidey Team gets an awful start. Evil Cat bins it. Spidey Team, what went wrong there? He just got an awful start, which has just allowed Syke Evans to get into first place, along with Pit Dog coming into turn 1. Now, well done, absolutely well done, Pro 3 boys. The only bit of contact there was there by Mark, but as you look, it's even one car going through that gap is tough. But look at this, they've all kept it together. Apart from what's going on at the back here. Oh dear, what happened to my race favourite? Oh, that's what happened to my race favourite. Pete got it wrong, but managed to only do anything apart to him, not ruin anyone else's races apart from his own. Has he got damage? No, he hasn't. Oh, and he took the cat out. They've morphed through each other. So my race favourite has spun it up again in the Aston Martin. Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. Do the Aston proud. Anyway, in the meantime, as we approach horrible chicane 2, I don't really know what else to call it apart from horrible chicane. Syke Evans is out and lead in the Muzzy, coming up to Lesmore's 1. There's the cars stream through. There's some changing of places back here with Grim. Pit Dog. Mark's got up. But there's some. Mark's got through the field very well. I don't really want to go all the way back, but Mark has got an absolute barnstormer to get from, where was he, about 10th up to 4th. So we're riding on board here with Quinn. So there's Beamer, there is Crazy in 6th, DJ 7th, Grim in 8th. Pete's got up to 9th already. What's happened here? What's happened to Tired Flea? How the hell did Pete get up to? Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Shenanigans going on ahead. So what happened here? On board with Tired Flea coming into Rubbish Chicane 2. Oh, this is where it's going to go horribly wrong. I just praise all of the Pro-Am 3 boys. Oh, and there's a bundle. Oh, this. Right, let's go through this slowly. Stewie back. Oh, crazy. I think. Crazy, I think. Does he get bumped here? Or does he... Oh, he's late on the braking. He dives on the inside. He's committed himself too much. And he's pushed Nick Matt, poor old Nick Matt, wide. Comes back on, slams tyre. Oh, it's just chaos. Oh, boys. What was it? There was 3... Here on board the Stewie Mac, he's part of this as well. It's horribly wrong. Right, everyone's gone well past their braking points. Far too deep. Little tiny bundle. It's not really that much. It's not really anything massive that's caused it. But it just, look at the carnage that's resulted in Crazy just going a bit deep into the turn. Just pushed, who Who was it? Stewie Mac out wide, and Stewie Mac's gone from first to last. Oh, Stewie. Oh no, well, he wasn't first, was it? No, it was the other guy, Spidey Team. Oh, so there's your field. So lap 1 shenanigans as expected. In the meantime, Team Jack Daniels are out in front in a gold-rimmed Mustang. Has been harassed now by, here we go, here's the American in his Dodge. Spidey Team coming down to Parabolica. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Oh, they're both at the same time, but Syke Evans is not nearly went wide, but he's managed to hold it. But it's just allowed the Americans of Spidey Team in his Dodge started on pole, and he's got back up to first place again. But Syke Evans is in his slipstream. Is he going to try and make a move into turn 1? He's thinking about it. He's fighting straight back as they stream down the start-finish straight into turn 1. The last of the late breakers, Mark again. Oh, massive lock up there from the Mustang, but he... Oh, and he gets it wrong. He's all over the curbs. What on earth was that all about? Went too deep, got over the curbs, morphed, allowed the Dodge to morph through him. So the Dodge is now side by side with... Oh, this is great. Here we come up to horrible chicane 2, and Mark's got all the way back up to third place. He's done a sensible thing to just drop off and let these two squabble and hopefully pick up the pieces, but he gets his own braking wrong going into horrible chicane 2. Let's see if anyone else has fallen foul of that chicane. Grimm's got a penalty there. Flea's back in 10th. Stewie Mac's got it, and Nick Mac's got it all wrong again. How did Nick Mac lose it this time? Was this all by himself? Chicane, rubber chicane 2. You need to brake. No, he's left it too late. Too late. Gets it sideways. Oh dear. Oh, Evil Cat joined him. Evil Cat joined him as well at the same spot. Oh, it's all kicking off. Right, here we go. Let's go back to the action. Syke Evans has got back in front of Spidey Team. Coming into Ascari. The half-decent chicane on the circuit. It's lovely. I love the sound of the cars streaming down here. So, we're going to go through the field. Oh, as they come down and look at this glorious shot. So here comes the Mustang. Syke Evans in first. Spidey Team second. Mark and the McLaren third. Pit Dog still hanging on in fourth. And a great looking Jaguar, I've got to say. Quinn's in another Jag fifth. Crazy's back to sixth. Grimm's 7th with a penalty. DJ's got a penalty in 8th. Pete in the Aston. Come on, Aston. Come on, crank up the James Bond music and get through this field, mate. You've also got a cool name like Pete, because that's my name as well. So Pete in an Aston goes well. Come on, Pete, you can do it. Gets past Tired Flea in 11th. Stewie Mac's back here in 11th, sorry. Tired Flea 10th, Stewie Mac 11th. Evil Cats 12th, Nick Matt's still there in 13th. Right, I missed turn 1. Where's Spidey Team? What happened to Spidey Team? How did Spidey Team... Oh! That's what happened to Spidey Team. Has a little Tate with Mark. Mark cuts up the inside of him at Parabolica. Clean move by Mark. Pushes the Dodge wide. Oh! Just listen to this. Oh, I do like the sound of that Dodge. Oh, what's going on here? Why is Mark eased off? Did Mark touch Syke Evans as well? Syke Evans gets it wrong through the chicane. Oh, I think Mark thought he hit. Oh, fair play, Mark. You didn't actually touch him. I think he thought that he did, which has just allowed Spidey Team to come back up and regain second place for the McLaren driver. Great driving. Mark's now back down to third as we come to horrible chicane 2. Heavy under braking. Oh, Mark's broke early then again. Just trying to keep out of trouble with these two. That's how you do it, everyone. If you can't just fling it in. and hope that people get out of the way as DJ's losing it big time. Oh, what's happened here? My Aston's has gone up to 8th place. The Aston got up to 8th place. How did he get up to 8th first of all? There's loads of penalties here. So Pete and the Aston, oh, they're all through horrible chicane 1. He morphs through. Did he morph through? Pit Dog has lost it. Pit's gone from 4th back to 10th. Pit Dog's lost it big time. In the meantime, the Aston driver, who I'm not biased towards it at all, is up here in 7th. What's going to happen? What happens to the Aston? How does he get it wrong? What the hell happened there? He didn't do anything wrong. Where's, sorry, I'm flicking out. Where's Pete Master? What happens here? What the hell was that all about? So the game is conspiring against the Aston driver now, and everything he's done to get to where he was has now been undone by the game morphing him into the side of the barrier. Very, very strange. Aliens are now affecting the race. Aliens don't want the Aston driver to do well. I really should just have cameras set up at the chicanes, because that's where it's all going to kick off, really, isn't it? These boys are still doing really well out in front. Evans in that Mustang is being harassed now by Spider Team. Oh, I think Spider Team pushed Evans wide, which has just allowed Mark to get back up into 2nd place. Let's see what happens here. Is Mark going to try and outbrake the Dodge? He is, you know, but the Dodge is going to stick to his guns and go around the outside. This is a great battle up front, I have to say. Can Spidey Team get the slipstream of these two boys? And let's see what happens. Right, we're going to go into chicane 1. In the meantime, the guy that I told you to look out for, Grim in an Audi, is closing in on this lead group. Mark definitely looks like he's going to try and outbrake the Dodge here. Oh, break just a little bit early, yes, as I thought. So it's just allowed the Dodge to stay out in first. Mark's very respectful there. As you can see, right, they're all together. They've all caught up. And also, Crazy's not far off this lead group as well. Oh, it's all kicking off. This is a great race. Oh, I don't know where to go, because this is just such a great race. I could be going flitting between all of the chicanes. Mark's thinking about undercutting the Dodge into shit. I want to say shit chicane, but I'm not sure if I should. Shit chicane 2. So look at this. It's a group of 4. Oh, and there we go. Evans has lost his position now to Grim. Grim's up to 3rd. Mark's still trying to find a way past that Dodge. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 separated by half a second here. Crazy is definitely catching up to this group. I kind of like just want to flick through the field, because at the moment they're still all there or thereabouts, even after 7 minutes. The last of the drivers are just coming through Les Mills 1 and 2 now. So as you can tell, they're not that far out of touch from this lead group of 4 here. Anyway, on board with the Mustang driver, who was fighting for 1st place. This is tyre like, not too bad. Has Mark got a run on Spidey Team now? Can Mark finally get a clean manoeuvre past that Dodge? No, Spidey Team is definitely in racing form on this track, belying his standings in the league. Although Mark, surely in that McLaren, has got a run into turn 1 now. Lap 5. He's he's got his nose in front, as long as he doesn't go silly on the braking. But in the meantime, look at this. Grim is steaming up through the field. Brakes a bit early, does Grim, to make sure he doesn't get involved in anything going on here. Oh, it's great driving. Spidey Team's got it back. Oh no, the side by side through turn. For the first chicane, I thought Spidey Team had managed to outbrake Mark, but Mark's finally got that McLaren out in front, and now the Audi of Grim is harassing the back end of that Dodge. Oh, it's fantastic racing here. I don't really want to just stick with these boys, because I'm sure other stuff's going on behind. But Mark's finally cleanly through. Grim's got into 2nd place now. Nice tidy line there from the Audi driver. Right, we'll quickly run through, because Mark here is going through Les Mills 1 now. Mark's finally got his McLaren out in first place. Grim is in second. Spidey Team's third. Syke Evans is still there in fourth. He's just behind this lead group. Crazy, as I said, is caught up to the guys in front. There's a right battle royale going on now between the top 6 drivers. Tired Flea and his Subaru is hanging on to this group of 6 drivers as well. Any one of these 6 could be winning this race. Stay tuned, everyone. But look at that, Tired Flea's doing 157s as well, whereas the guys around him are doing 59s, 2s, 59s, 57 from Grim, and a 59. So actually, the fastest driver at the moment is Tired Flea in his Subaru, and he's making a move on Crazy. He's got past Crazy. Coming down to Parabolica. Can he get 2 places in one straight? Can he outbrake that Mustang? Someone's got a penalty up front. It was the Spidey Team Dodge driver. Tired Flea's got underneath Syke Evans, and he's got 2 people in one go. Spidey Team's trying to... What's happened to Spidey Team? Spidey Team dropping out of the race? I want to go and check on Spidey Team, but in the meantime, Syke Evans is still not giving up his position, whereas in the meantime, Mark's up it. Grim got into the first place. I missed that. But Mark's got it back in front. Oh man, I want to go through the field. Let me go through the field, boys. Just settle down for a minute. We're 10 minutes in. I need a drink. I didn't get a coffee in the last race. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm enjoying this one. Just going to check my audio's working because I don't want to miss this. Yep, it's all working. So that's the coffee break done. So, well, one of my coffee breaks. Mark is now starting to pull out a lead over Grim, but I said that last lap, and Grim caught up. So Mark's in first, Grim's in second, and I think has a better car. Tired Flea is controversy. Tired Flea is in third place. I know there's battle going on there, so we need to see where he got that penalty. He's got it already into turn 1. Where did he get the penalty? That's a strange one. So here we go, Tired Flea. He's got that 2 places. Comes in. Oh, he got punted. But why did he get a penalty for that? Let's look at that again. So Crazy gives Tired Flea a bump, and it gives Tired Flea the penalty. I don't get that at all, unless something has happened further back in the lap. But just quickly go back. No, he hasn't got a penalty here. Is it anything to do into Parabolica? Does he push anyone off? No, Spidey Team up in front has got a penalty that he's scrubbed off. That's a very strange one. So for some reason, getting punted up the arse gives you a 1 second penalty. Let's watch this again. Yeah, punted there, gets a penalty for that. That is a very strange one. So Tired Flea doesn't need to scrub that penalty off. He's done nothing wrong there. He's got a 1 second penalty flashing over his head, which he doesn't need to get rid of. Anyway, so he's in 4th place. Crazy's in 5th as they come into Rubbish Chicane 2. Oh, he left his braking a bit late then, I thought. Crazy's watching these 2 in front. So yeah, Tired Flea's got a run here on Syke Evans. Syke Evans is doing really well in that Mustang. We're 10 minutes into the race, and he's still there or thereabouts. Well, he's not there or thereabouts. He's in a podium position, for crying out loud. But Flea's got a run up the inside here of the Mustang. Gets a nice clean move there through Lesmore's 2, which is just... But as he slowed the other driver up, they've now brought Crazy into the equation. Crazy by name, crazy by nature. But Crazy's got past 5th place. Can he get 3rd place? A heavy under braking is going to be... No! Oh, fantastic driving there. Oh, Crazy gets it, spins up the rear wheels. Exiting Parabolica. Great driving. Right, finally I might get a chance to go through the field. So, here we are. Crazy in 4th. Evans is in 5th. Spidey team has dropped back to 6th, but he's still within this lead group. Come on, Aston. Peter Masters got his way through the field and is up to 7th after the disastrous shenanigans going on back. To be fair, these drivers at the back, it was just a set of unfortunate events which just kicked off carnage. And really, these boys could be up front as well. Stewie Mac 9th. Pit Dog has dropped back to 10th. Quinn's 11th. He's got Nick Mac all over the back of him. But Quinn's got a 1.5 second penalty. Nick Mac hasn't. And there's the last driver, the Evil Cat in a McGann. I would have thought the McGann's the last car you would have wanted for this circuit. It probably explains why he's at the last place as well. Right, here we go on board. We're going on board with Grim, the Audi driver, trying to find a way past that McLaren. Oh, if you'd have drifted wide, I think you could have outbraked him there, Grim. Into rubber chicane 2. What's your tyre situation like? Not too bad, nice and smooth through there. Let's go back down to here to Tired Flea and then Subaru. And then there's a gaggle of drivers. Evans still there, Crazy's still there, Spidey team's still there. Great sounding Dodge. How far behind is the awesome Aston driver, Pete? He's there or thereabouts. You can just about see 6th place up ahead. He's had an eventful race already as Pete. If he could come back in the next 16 minutes and get a podium from where he was, that would be fantastic. Fantastic result. In the meantime, here we have Crazy's looking to go around the outside of Evans into Ascari 1. He's holding it. Oh, Evans is going to get a penalty, but that's kind of like avoidance. I'm not sure Evans. Yeah, again, that's a penalty for just giving someone else room. I don't think that's really a penalty. You were side by side with Crazy going through the exits of Ascari. But in the meantime, these two fighting is just going to allow Spidey team to catch right up. A little love tap there from Crazy. Has now let Spidey team get a really good drive. He's already got past Evans. So Evans all the way back to 6th now. I thought the Dodge would have a good run down here into turn 1. It's certainly closing in on that BMW of Crazy. As he pulled out, oh, Crazy's blocked the manoeuvre, so Crazy goes defensive. Cuts a lot of that corner. I've got a feeling Crazy might get a penalty for that. Oh, yeah, Crazy, you got a big penalty then. Cuts a lot of this first, there we go, a lot of this first chicane. You're going to get a penalty for that. I'll let the stewards sort out the penalties in this race. Tired Flea's now on his own in 3rd. Grim still hasn't managed to find a way past Mark up there in 1st place. So let's go through. Mark's through the chicane cleanly. So is Grim. Here's Flea catching them both. He's clean through it. Spidey team's now got past. Oh, the Aston driver, here he is. He's making his way through. Oh, glory be. So why was Syke Evans going so slow then? Here's oh, he's scrubbing off his penalty. Here we are on board with the Aston driver Martin. Aston Martin driver Pete into the first rubber chicane. Fantastic line there. Power down. Oh, nearly spins it up. He caught up to the other drivers. He's got the Syke Evans and that Mustang still behind him. Crazy scrubbed off his penalty. Yep, good driving there by Crazy. So Aston Martin's up to 5th. Come on, come on. I was bouncing up and down in my seat then. That's how sad I am. Oh, he gets a nudge there from Evans behind, but manages to make it stick. Evans has now dropped back to 7th. Crazy's back up to 6th. Aston Martin's up to 5th. Go on, Pete. Not biased at all. So, as you can tell, oh, Crazy got it wrong there. Crazy spun it. What happened there? I think Crazy just put it on the grass and swung his arse too far out. Spins it up. Oh no, he hits the kitty litter. Oh, good job. He nearly took out Evans in. Evans having a great race for him as well in the Mustang. That's unsettled him for his braking point. Oh, this is a good race as well. So Crazy's regathered himself back here in... Oh, someone has gone off back there though. Who's that who's gone off? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. Stewie Mac. How does Stewie Mac bin it? Oh, he just forgot to brake. Completely forgot to brake. Loses it big time. Smashes the barrier. Damage to his front and just his front. He reverses across the track trying to get out of everyone's way. Regains his composure. But he's now got Pit Dog. Can Pit Dog catch up to him? Probably not. It's too far away. Just go back down through the field, see where everyone's at. There we go. So, another coffee break while we stay on board with Mark. Let's have a look at the tyres. Halfway through, is anyone going to make a pit stop? Right, Mark and Grim haven't made pit stops, but Flea has. Flea's into the pits. Just adjust my microphone. Hang on a second. There we go. Flea's coming out of the pits now. Hopefully, he won't get in anyone's way. Coming down the exit lane, cut across at the end there. Stewards might need to look at that. Crazy's gone too deep. Oh. Crazy, how to get it wrong. Crazy's got his braking far too late and is so wrong he has to reset. There we go. Right. It's up. Oh dear. Right, we go through the field and see what everyone's lap times are. So Mark still hasn't shaken Grim. I think it's really going to come down to tyre wear. So anyway, Mark, it's just his fastest lap was actually his last one, a 57.7. It's a cracking good time there from Mark. 57.7. In the meantime though, Grim's done a 57.6, so these two are really putting it in, putting in a proper shift and pulled away from the rest of the group. But he's up to the podium position. Oh, glory. Where did he get his third position? It was down the start-finish straight. He was in 5th place here. Let's go on board with Aston Martin driver. He just gets a nice clean move as Tired Flea goes into the pits. So that's one position he's going to gain, is the Aston driver. It's DJ's into the pits as well. Real nice clean move there. Hopefully he's going to outbrake the Dodge. Yep, he's outbraked the Dodge into rubber chicane 1. Nice drive out there. And Pete in the Aston has got it up to the podium positions. Look at these times: 57.3, 57.3, 57, 58. But his fastest lap time is at 56.9. He has got the bit between his teeth. The fastest driver on the track. Can he see the guys in front? They've just come out of rubber chicane coming into Les Mills now. As Pete's going into rubber chicane 1. Oh, he gets that wrong though. How's his tyre? His tyre's not too bad. So Aston's up to 3rd. Spidey team still there in 4th. Great drive from Spidey team. Started in pole position. He's been mixing it up with the big boys, but he's still hanging on there in 4th. He's probably going to do a pit stop here. Tired Flea, who has pitted, is in 5th. Crazy, he's had a crazy kind of race here, is in 6th. DJ's pitted in 7th. Stewie Mac's not pitted in 8th. Pit Dog in his good looking Jag here in 9th has not pitted. Quinn, either he's pitted early or he's had some sort of sideways action after he's pitted, here in 10th. Nick Matt in 11th. Evil Cat 12th. So let's go to the lead group. One of these, are these boys going to pit? I think Mark's staying to the right here. I think the race leader's coming into the pits. Here comes the race leader, and so's Grim. So the lead 2 are into the pits. Is Pete coming into the pits as well, or is the Aston Martin driver staying out? No, he's coming in as well. So the top 3 are into the pits. Spidey team is staying out for one more lap. I'm not sure if that was a good idea or not. He's not got out in front though. Mark and Grim are still. Oh, sorry. Who was that doing that? Anyway, that Let's go back. Someone just got it sideways. Was that Evil Cat here? Yeah, that was just Evil Cat losing it into the kitty litter, as where all good cats should be. So Mark's come back out in front. Crazy's into the pits. He's still not shaken. The Audi of Grimm straight behind him there. I'm just wondering if Grimm is just sizing Mark up, because you can't be this close all the time without knowing where the weak spots are of the guy in front. Yeah, he bails out of there. I think he looked down there. He's very tippy-toeing through rubber chicane 2. Spidey team now is not pitted. I think he's been a lap too late. I think he should have pitted. He's losing ground now. He was in 6. He's in 3rd. Tyre Flea's pitted. Pete's pitted. Come on, Aston. Yeah, so all the guys are pitted now, I think, apart from Spidey team, who must be coming into the pits this lap. In the meantime, let's go on board a Grimm. Oh no, let's go on board a Grimm. Surely there must be somewhere around where this Audi can get a move on Mark. Seems to lose a bit of ground there through Ascari, coming up to Parabolica. Surely if he can keep it close here through Parabolica, he can outbrake the McLaren into turn 1. I know the McLaren's quick, but surely it's not that quick. You've got an Audi in your slipstream. Look, the Audi's now making a move. Go to the inside, go to the inside. There we go, he's gone into the inside. Spidey team has pitted. So this is just going to be a case of who can brake late. Can he get far enough ahead into the braking zone? Braking now. Grimm, is he going to let it run? Yes, he is. He's finally got first place. Great driving there from the Audi driver. Did I or did I not say the Audi? And he's already got a pretty big lead as well. Did I or did I not say the Audi is the car for this circuit? So let's go through the field. Grimm here has now got up into first place. We've got 9 minutes to go. It's just in his best purple sector time. I've got a feeling he might start to pull away from Mark, you know. Mark's in second place. I just saw a shifting and changing the position. Tired Fleet is here in 3rd. Aston's up here into 4th. Spidey team's in 5th. So this field properly strung out now. And he has pitted yet. Crazy. Oh, what's going on here? Crazy is in 6th. And he's got DJ with a penalty right behind him in 7th. DJ trying to scrub that penalty off. Stewie Mac back here in 8th. Pit Dog 9th. Quinn back here in 10th. Nick Matt 11th. And Evil Cat 12th. Someone's dropped out. Who have we lost? Who have we lost? Grimm. Let's go through it again. Grimm, Mark, Flea, Pete, Spidey Team Crazy, DJ, Stewie, Pit Dog, Quinn, Nick Matty. We've lost someone. Oh, Evil Cat's got it sideways again as well. I can't remember. I do apologise to whoever it is we've lost, and I can't remember who it is. There was 13, we're now down to 12. Anyway, there we go. Look at that. Now he's out in front. Grimm's done a 56.7. Wow, that is fantastic. That is really good pace, Grimm. He's got the right car for the right circuit. I think he might suffer this week though. Oh, he's got that wrong. He's got a terrible exit out of rubber chicane 1. Which just allowed the McLaren of Mark. He's got the position, but I don't think he's got quite the run here that Grimm has. See, the Audi's now pulling away. So Mark's got a car's length to outbrake Grimm. Is he going to try and do it here? No, he sensibly backs out. It's too far away. He needed to be in the exhaust pipes. Grimm cleanly through there, as is Mark. Mark's got to run into Lesmos 1. Can't do it there. So in the meantime, Tired Flea had a quiet race so far. Well, not quiet race, it's 3rd. Come on, Aston. Here we are on board the Aston through Lesmos 1. He's got 7 minutes. A podium would be a fantastic result considering where he was. I think Pete is driving angry. He is driving angry in that Aston Martin. It looks fantastic, sounds fantastic. I've gone over this all before. It's fantastic in every respect, that car. It's even better that you got someone called Pete driving it. It makes it even better. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Pete is going to start reeling in the Subaru of that Scooby not too long. Can he do anything about getting up to Mark and Grim, who are probably squabbling? Oh, Grim's got a penalty. Sorry, Mark's got a penalty now. Where did Mark? I think it's probably at the exit of Ascari. Oh no, it's the entry to Ascari. Takes a huge curb there. So he's gained an advantage from coming. He's going to have to scrub that off because he gained an advantage to stay in the slipstream of Grim all by himself, and he's got a penalty for it. He shouldn't really be trying to overtake when he gained an advantage to get that where you were. Needs to scrub that penalty off. There's untimely penalty there for Mark. He's lost ground to the Audi driver anyway. Is Mark going to scrub this penalty off or not? No, he's not. So stewards might have to look at that. Not sure because he stayed with Grim through gaining an advantage. He's now got to run down into turn one. No, he bails out of it. So he's probably going to scrub that penalty off now, but still think he shouldn't be that close because he gained an advantage through the entrance to Ascari, but he gets it wrong anyway at the exit of Rubber Chicane 1. Drops right off now. Tyre flea with a battered rear end. Look at the state of the back end of that Subaru. That is hammered. That's what you call properly smashed up. Has got that battered end of that Subaru has got this hard charging Aston bearing down on him. Spidey team has dropped off now. He's on racing. His tyres are still looking really good. He's in the 5th place. I think that might be his best result of the season if he can keep it together there. Looking at, he's just done a purple sector time for him as well. He's done 58.5s, which is a really respectable time as well. Looking at the map at the top right there, we've got the drivers properly strung out all over the circuit. Someone's just exited Parabolica going over the start and finish straight now, which I guess is Evil Cat. And then we've got Crazy back here in 6th, going through Lesmos 1, with DJ in 7th, going through Lesmos. It's Stewie Max coming into Lesmos now. Pit Dog coming out of Rubber Chicane 2. Quinn going into Rubber Chicane 2. Nick Matt, Rubber Chicane 2. And then we have Evil Cats just coming out the first chicane. So, as I said, drivers properly strung out everywhere. So, with 4 minutes to go now, Grim's got a bit of breathing room now between him and Mark. Still really needs to scrub that penalty off Mark. I think he's just out of reach of that slipstream, and I'm pretty sure Grim is going to just ease away a little bit. With 4 minutes to go, we've got roughly 2 laps. 2 laps to get through. What's the tyre wear situation like of Grim? Very, very good. Same for Mark, pretty good. Scooby is still hanging on to 3rd. Pete's got a penalty. What's he got a penalty for? Was that going through Ascari as well? Because it's, I don't want to go all the way back now, but it looks like he probably got a penalty for Ascari. Sounds gorgeous. Oh, I love that sound. Just sounds glorious going through that Monza. Oh, and now they're all at it. They're all fighting the track now. They're all picking up penalties. So Flea's got a second penalty for cutting somewhere. Pete's got a penalty for cutting somewhere. Has Mark got rid of his? No, Mark still hasn't got rid of his. He's got a penalty for cutting somewhere. Grim's the only one who hasn't at the moment. He's still got Mark right up his tailpipes. Let's see if Mark gets it right this time. Yeah, he's got it right this time. So 2.5 minutes to go. Possibly, actually, 2 more laps. Possibly. Oh, this is going to be tight. looking at the time down there at the bottom left. 34.36. They've got about 10 seconds. Oh, Mark's got it wrong. He's pushing so hard to try and catch up to Grim. So there might actually be 2 laps to go. 2 laps, 2-minute laps. Yeah, 12 seconds and he's crossed the line. So it's possible we've still got another 2 laps. I don't think this is going to be Grim's last lap. And Mark's now dropped off because he went wide at Parabolica. Oh, I do like the interior of that McLaren. It looks so cool. So cool. This is the part of the circuit where the McLaren seems to gain a little bit on the oh, just listen to that. That does sound sexy, doesn't it? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Oh, he's cut a lot of corner there, as Mark. He's surely going to get a penalty for that. Yeah, there we go. He's got a second penalty. It's the only way the McLaren can keep up that Audi is by cutting those corners. And he's getting an advantage from it. I hope it doesn't affect the race result, because that Audi driver is keeping it clean and not to picking up these penalties. He's got a poor run there as Mark, as Grim. Anyway, let's go back. Oh, he's got 3rd place. I literally jumped into the MRC. That's the Martin driver. He's got into 3rd place. Well done, Pete. Nice driving, Pete. He's got ahead of Flea. Flea, I think, did Flea get it wrong? Because Pete's gradually catching him. Yeah, the pressure's finally got to the Scooby driver. Could have binned it big time there. It's just allowed Pete to dive up the inside there at Les Mills 2. So Aston's got all the way up through the field. It's taken him a good 28 minutes to do it, but he's finally got there. Oh, right here, just running through the field, see what everyone's doing, see if there's any other battles. Those two still haven't really pulled away from each other. Pit Dog's back here in 9th, Quinn 10th, Nick Matt 11th, and Evil Cat 12th. So we've got 30 seconds to go. I'm gonna go to... Oh, Evil Cat's fighting that McGann. Let's go through. So here we go. Oh, this is for the lead, right? So Mark, they've got 30 seconds to go. Mark's diving up the inside here of Grim. I'm gonna have to let the stewards figure out whether he keeps this place or not due to having a penalty, and he's still fighting for the lead. Back on board here with Grim. Is Grim going to undercut? They've got, what's that, 20 seconds to go. So we'll come back to this in a minute, because some of these drivers behind are not, this is going to be their last lap. These two are going to carry on for one more lap. Just stick on board with these boys to turn 1-8. No, Mark's blocking it off. So Pete's through to 3rd. He's going to start another lap. So he's going to finish in 5th. Spidey team is going to finish in 5th place. DJ, because 30 minutes is up, is going to finish in 6th. He's got ahead. Oh, how did DJ get ahead of Crazy? What happened to Crazy? What's happened to Crazy? Oh, he's got it wrong into Ascari. Oh, disaster. The pressure's finally got to Crazy. He's binned it all by himself going into Ascari. So yeah, Spidey team is gonna finish 5th. We've followed DJ now as he comes around Parabolica for the last time. Is gonna finish in 6th place. When we go through the field, we'll go back to the battles for the first 4 positions. At the moment, Mark is still out in front. So there we go. DJ's finishing 6th. Stewie Mac's going to finish just ahead of Crazy in 7th. And Crazy's in 8th. Pit Dog coming around Parabolica now. Great looking Jag. Hits the rubbers there. What's it called? There's a name for all the rubber on the outside of the track. I can't remember what it's called. Pit Dog there in 9th. Quinn's going to finish 10th ahead of Nick Matt in 11th. An Evil Cat is a big enough lead at least not to be lapped. He's going to come round, coming down towards Parabolica now. Well, I just have a last sip of coffee. So stand by your beds, everyone. We're going to go back to the battle, back for first and second, once Evil Cat finishes the line and gets his 12th place now. So here we are, Mark has pulled out a big lead over Grim in second place on the final lap. So Mark is going to finish in first. I'm not sure if the stewards are going to get involved or not, whether they're going to stick by the results. If you ask me, I think Mark got an advantage and to stay with Grim to get the opportunity to stay with him and then therefore overtake him. So personally, I think if I was Grim, I'd feel a little bit hard done by. So we're carrying around back here with the Aston Martin, finishes in third place. Fantastic drive by Pete, disastrous beginning of the race, and Tired Flea finishes in fourth. So there we go, that's your race 6 at Monza. Hope you enjoyed it. Good luck for everyone racing tonight. Race night's always a good time. So hopefully see you again soon for next week, and we shall take it from there. Just a word to the Pro-Am 3 boys. It doesn't look like Grim has left the race replays up, so I need someone else from Pro-Am to put the races up for Alsace and the other track which evades me for now that we raced at last week. What was it? Alsace and yeah, that other one. Alright, see you later everyone. Stay safe. Speak to you soon.